Now with Gene Seroka, he's the executive director of the Port of Los Angeles. And Gene, thanks for joining us. There had been a tariff exemption on Chinese goods costing less than $800. That exemption just expired last night. Walk us through how big of a deal that will be for Americans, that exemption expiring.
Good evening, Jake, and it is a big deal. Millions of these parcels have been coming from China into the United States, and it's a bit of a competition versus our overnight or next day delivery. Maybe it takes a little bit longer, but the prices have been great. Anything under that de minimis number, tax and tariff free. Now, as Richard just said, it's 2.5 times more expensive for the buyer.
Trump put those 145% tariffs on Chinese goods in early April. Any cargo ships from China loaded after April 9th carried products. It's almost like they had the tariffs with them, carried products that the tariffs would affect. And they've mostly arrived here. Has there been a decline at the Port of Los Angeles in terms of container ships? And what are you expecting in terms of any sort of drop?
And that's where we find ourselves today. Beginning next week, Jake, our business at the Port of Los Angeles on the import side will be down 35% year over year. Major American importers have said, I'm not buying anymore with these elevated tariff levels. Let's wait and see whether it's 2 hours, 2 weeks, or 2 months with this whipsaw effect of information coming out. I'm going to take a look at what policies can change and what talks will help alleviate this. And what we're seeing also is that on the flip side, with the retaliatory tariffs, our agriculture products are getting walloped. Central Valley of California, Red River Valley area of North Dakota, we're not able to sell those ag products. In fact, Brazil sold more soybeans in the month of March to China than ever in their history.
When will American consumers start to feel the direct impacts of these tariffs beyond the effect on the stock market, of course? And what will those impacts look like? Are we talking prices shooting up 50%? Are we talking empty shelves? What should we prepare for ourselves for?
Jake, retailers are telling me that they've got about 4 to 6 weeks of normal inventory levels remaining. And that's with the big guys who brought a lot of extra product in to pad those and bring the cost down. So 4 to 6 weeks left. Then after that, if no trade accord or framework is reached, you'll likely see spot shortages. And for those products in demand, the prices will go up. If you're looking for that blue shirt, and it's not the right size or the right style that you want, but you've got 11 purple ones, that blue shirt's price is going to be elevated just based on quantity that's available.
China says that their officials are currently assessing proposals by the U.S. to begin trade talks. At the same time, they say the U.S. must be prepared to cancel any unilateral tariff hikes. Do you think that's going to happen?
Well, I'm hopeful. And it's a critical time because not only are we talking about this effect of the inventory levels dissipating, but we're also at the critical stage of spring and summer fashion and then right on the heels of back to school products. In the month of May, we typically see retailers putting in orders to Asia factories for the year-end holiday season. So getting these talks started, trying to find a way to turn down the temperature, reduce these tariffs and focus on what American interests are there, protecting those jobs and good companies, trying to find ways to increase exports, and the China folks will do the same thing, protecting their interest. But then we've got to get to the real heart of this. These goods that are coming in are American consumers fueling this economy.
All right, Gene Seroka, always good to have you on. Thank you so much, sir.